Hello students, welcome back to a new chapter of Power Electronics and Drives. This is a new chapter titled Switching and Timer Circuit. In this chapter, we are going to study about different types of timer circuits, different types of timer circuit configuration, their application. So the topics that we are going to cover today are the definition and types of multivibrator. Yes, this is one type of timer circuit. Now multivibrators using op-amp, study of 555 timer IC, and then different operation using 555 timer. So the first is definition and types of multivibrator. A multivibrator is a circuit which is nothing but a switching circuit. It generates non-sinusoidal wave such as square wave, rectangular wave, and sawtooth wave. These are used as frequency generator, frequency divider, and generators of time delay, and also a memory elements in computers. So a multivibrator circuit itself, it's a timer circuit that produces square wave, sawtooth wave. Mainly, we use multivibrator circuit to produce square waves. It's a two-stage resistance coupled amplifier with positive feedback from the output of one amplifier to the input of other. Now the important thing, types of multivibrator. What are the different types of multivibrator? These types we are going to study in detail. So there are three types of multivibrator that we can also see in this figure also. The three types are astable multivibrator, monostable multivibrator, and bistable multivibrator. So these are the three types. In astable multivibrator, it has two quasi-stable state. Now what is quasi-stable state? Quasi-stable state is also termed as unstable state, but in this chapter we will uh, termed it as quasi-stable. So astable multivibrator, it will have two quasi-stable state. A monostable multivibrator, it will have only one quasi-stable state and one stable state, and a bistable multivibrator will have two stable states. Next is how we can design this multivibrator circuit using op-amp. So op-amp is operational amplifier. So first we will study how we can set an astable multivibrator using op-amp. So astable multivibrator, as we have already said, it's a free running multivibrator. It has two quasi-stable state, that is no stable state. No external signal is required to produce the change of state. The component values used to decide the time for which circuit remain in each state. Usually this oscillates between two states and used to produce a square wave. So astable multivibrator is mainly used to produce a square wave. Here in this circuit diagram, we can see the configuration of astable using op-amp, where it's an inverting connection. The external capacitor and resistor, feedback resistor are connected with a voltage divider, potential divider connected in non-inverting terminal. In this graph, we can see that the charging and discharging of capacitor determines the square wave pulses. Whenever the capacitor gets charged, the upper threshold voltage, the positive saturation is being obtained, and whenever it's discharging, the pulses gets changed. So how this is being done? When V0 output is at V saturation, the feedback voltage is called upper threshold voltage VUT, and it's given as R1 into Vsat divided by R1 plus R2. Similarly, lower threshold voltage, it will be given by minus R1 into Vsat by R1 plus R2. Now the circuit operation. When the power is turned on, V0 automatically swings either positive or negative Vsat, since there are the only stable states allowed by Schmitt trigger. Why it is known as mid trigger? Since it's using a positive potential divider, so it's similar to a mid trigger circuit. Now capacitor starts charging towards positive Vsat through feedback path provided by the resistor RF to the inverting input. As long as the capacitor voltage Vc is less than VUT, output voltage remains at Vsat. Now when the Vc charges to value slightly greater than VUT, the input goes positive with respect to the output. This switches the output voltage from plus V to minus V. Next, this is monostable multivibrator using op-amp. Now the monostable multivibrator is also called one-shot multivibrator. This circuit produces a single pulse of specified duration in response to each external trigger. Right, so in this figure we can see a configuration of monostable multivibrator. Only one stable state exists in monostable. When an external triggering is applied, the output changes its state. The new state is called a quasi-stable state. The circuit remains in this state for a fixed interval of time. Now this time also depends again on the charging discharging of capacitor. After some time it returns back to its original state. Usually the charging and discharging, as I have already told you, of a capacitor provide the internal trigger signal. So this is again the operation of the circuit. The last one is bistable multivibrator. A bistable multivibrator is an electronic circuit, also referred to as a flip-flop or latch. It's a circuit that has two stable states and can be used to store state information. A flip-flop is a bistable multivibrator. So this is the configuration of a bistable circuit where there is no quasi-stable state exists. Now, very important, it's study of 555 timer. Whether 555 it's a multivibrator? No. 555 timer is an IC. Right. Now, using this 555 timer, it's a timer IC using which we can design different types of multivibrator. So before we design different types of multivibrator using 555 timer, we need to know about 555, its internal block diagram, its pin diagram, etc. Yes. So this is 555 timer IC. The right side diagram is the pin configuration of 555 timer. Right hand side, this is the pin configuration where we can see that it's a 8-pin timer, right? 8-pin IC where different pins are written by their connection. Now the left hand side diagram, this is very important. This is 555 timer internal block diagram. Now why this IC, this particular IC is termed as 555? This is an important question. Here we can see between VCC and ground, 3 resistors are connected. This 3 resistors value is 5 kilo ohm. So in 555 timer IC, we can say 3 5 kilo ohm resistors are connected in series, and that is why it's known as 555 timer, right? Now next, UC and LC. What is UC and LC? It's upper comparator and lower comparator. Upper comparator is connected to threshold input. So UC is also known as threshold comparator, and lower comparator is connected to trigger input. So this is known as trigger comparator. Now the output of these two comparators are connected to a flip-flop, which is SR flip-flop. Here S stands for set and R stands for reset. Q and Q bar are the output. So when set input is on, its output Q will be 1, and if Q is 1, Q bar will be 0. Similarly, if reset is on, Q will be 0 and Q bar will be 1. Now this Q bar output is connected to the terminal of a transistor and it's getting connected to the output. So this is the internal block diagram of 555 IC, using which we will design different multivibrators. These are the pin description that I have already told you. You have to remember all these diagrams and this pin description. This is 7 to 8 marks itself a question. Next, it's astable operation using 555 timer. As I have already told you, astable mode multivibrator, it's a free running mode. It doesn't have any stable state. It has only 2 quasi-stable state. Here no external triggering is being required. It generates output depending on the charging discharging of capacitor. So these are all same, whether we are using 555, whether we are using op-amp, the properties of astable will remain same. Now the diagram. This is the diagram of 555 timer in astable mode. First see this waveform. Whenever the capacitor gets discharged, we are getting lower pulse, and whenever it gets charged, we are getting upper pulse. So this is the generation of square wave in astable mode operation. Now what is the operation? When initially power is turned on, trigger pin voltage is below VCC by 3. That makes the lower comparator output high and sets the flip-flop and output of the 555 chip is high. This makes the transistor Q1 off because Q bar is 0 and it's directly applied to the base of the transistor. As the transistor is off, capacitor C1 starts discharging when it gets charged to a value of voltage above than 2/3 VCC. Then the voltage of non-inverting end becomes higher than the inverting end of comparator. Thus, the upper comparator output will high and reset the flip-flop, which becomes Q bar 1. Then transistor Q1 becomes on and short the capacitor C1 to ground. So the capacitor C1 starts discharging. As capacitor voltage gets down below 2/3, upper comparator output becomes low. Now SR flip-flop remain in the previous state as both the comparators are low. Right? Now we can see the capacitor is getting charged through R1, R2, but it's getting discharged only through R2. So we can analyze here that the charging time of capacitor will be much higher than the discharging time of capacitor, right? In case of discharging time, it only travels through resistor R2, and that is why there is a difference between pulse in on state and off state of an astable multivibrator. Now how it can be defined? See here, time high, which is the charging time. It's 0.693 into R1 plus R2 into C1, whereas for discharging time, it's only R2 into C1. So this discharging time is low. The capacitor gets discharged earlier. So the total time period will be the sum of these two, and frequency will be the alternate of time period. So this is all about astable multivibrator using 555 timer. Monostable. As I've already told you that monostable is a one-shot multivibrator. It has one stable state, one quasi-stable state, and this pulse of the square wave will be determined by RC external network. Here we can see in the circuit, the external RC is being connected, right? Now let us see the operation. So initially when the output at pin 3 is low, that is the circuit is in a stable state, the transistor is on and capacitor is shorted to ground. When a negative pulse is applied to pin 2, the triggered input falls below 1/3 VCC, the output of comparator goes high. Here this is very important why negative pulse is being applied, since the triggered pin is connected to the negative of lower comparator. So to activate this, negative pulse is required. This is the transition of the output from stable to quasi-stable state. As the discharge transistor is cut off, the capacitor C begins charging toward plus VCC through resistance RA with a time constant equal to RAC. When the increasing capacitor voltage becomes slightly greater than plus 2/3 VCC, the output of comparator 1 goes high, which sets the flip-flop. The transistor goes to saturation, thereby discharging the capacitor C, and the output of the timer goes low. So the total time period of monostable multivibrator is 1.1 into R into C. This is the working of monostable using 555 timer. So students, in this video we have studied a lot. First of all, we have studied some new things that we have not covered yet, right? Like multivibrator, different types of multivibrator, operation of those multivibrators using both op-amp and a new device, that is 555 timer IC. We have also studied about the internal block of 555 timer IC. So I will suggest go through this video more than once, go through all the diagram, go through all the write-ups, because you cannot remember all these things unless and until you understand the whole topic. Because this all write-up, this all calculation, these all circuits cannot be remembered. So first understand, and if you feel any difficulties in understanding, share that in the comment section, and I will definitely try to uh, solve your difficulties. And if you like this video, you can like my channel and subscribe also. So thank you for seeing this video. Thank you very much.